Suprabhatam friends, welcome to my channel Plants and Me. This is Dr. Sri Devi from Mangaluru, Karnataka, India. I had reported all my Phalaenopsis a long time ago in this charcoal and coconut chips mixture, and they were soaking in the rain. I thought it's okay to leave because there are charcoal pieces in that, but it did not take up well, and the stem here, it rotted, but luckily it gave a side branch, and this Phalaenopsis is now growing but at a very slow pace. So also this one, same cocoa chunks and coconut cocoa chunks and charcoal pieces. This is also not doing all that well, and also this one. All these I had repotted at the same time, but none of them liked the potting medium. This was the potting medium which I used. This is nothing but, here I have put some leca balls. Yes, for this I have put leca balls, but still these Phalaenopsis did not do well. Recently I had bought this Phalaenopsis deliciosa, which is now going to bloom. Look at that cute spike. It is in spike now. So this has been sent like this. It has been mounted on a fiber. It has got holes, and at the base this is the sphagnum moss, and they have tied that. All that has snapped off. This is a plastic wire, and they had tied this Phalaenopsis along with this sphagnum moss to this fiber piece. I have been watering this daily. The roots are open and exposed, so I water it daily, if possible twice a day. I don't get time, so at least once a day I do water it. I wet the roots very nicely. I soak them nicely in water. So taking a cue from this Phalaenopsis, I am going to pot them in this thermocol pieces. Some item had come in this. I have fixed my bulbophyllum on some thermocol pieces like this. Some say styrofoam, I call it thermocol. I have drilled holes. I heated an iron rod and I drilled holes in these, and then because it has got these, I will put it like this, and this thing will hold water, so I have put holes here also so that all the water drains off. Now I am going to plant my Phalaenopsis, all of my Phalaenopsis, on such thermocol pieces. This is one. These are all waste things. Two. One similar to the first one. 3 and 4. There are 6 Phalaenopsis. I have got 4 thermocol pieces. So I will go ahead with the fixing of my Phalaenopsis to these thermocol pieces. So I have this coconut chunks here. I'll be using these coconut chunks. I was contemplating whether to use this thermocol box like this or like this. But then I thought, if I use it this way, this hole has not got drilled properly. I'll see to it. So if I use it this way, this whole space will go waste. So I'm thinking I will use it this way. But before that, I'll fix these holes. These are not opened completely. I have observed that most of my plants which I mounted on either thermocol or which I bought and were mounted on wood pieces, they are doing well. So probably that goes to show that probably that goes to show that the roots of Phalaenopsis, they need to be open a little bit. You can't tie them or you can't put them in a pot, and even if you put in a pot, they will survive. I have seen or I have bought a few Phalaenopsis. In fact, from the shop, when you buy, they will be available in pots only. They come in sphagnum moss like this. The roots will be, the primary roots, they will be bound in sphagnum moss. This is actually a well rooted plant. I don't want to disturb it, but I don't want to take further risk. So the main Phalaenopsis culturists, they develop in the plant in sphagnum moss. So they have a control over watering. Not only that, they save on water. But for me, it doesn't work that good because my weather is like that here. This is gone. I can retain, nothing will happen. So I am going to fix them like this. If I fix it like this, upright, whenever I water, water will get stored here, and that gives rise to crown rot. And I have had, in fact, the plant which I showed first, this one, this had a crown rot only. So I don't want to take chances. So I'll fill this with coconut chunks. You can also put the same potting mix I can put, nothing wrong. So I am going to fill this like this. And now I am going to keep this on this. like this. It will form, it is already forming new root here. It will form new roots like this. I'll keep so that the root goes inside. I am not putting much coconut chunks around the roots. I want those roots to be open as much as possible. Now to fix all this, I will keep a little bit of sphagnum moss, not much, like this, so that these do not fall out. Or otherwise, if we do not want to use sphagnum moss also, we can tie it with thread. If you feel that it will fall off, we can fix it, nothing like that. Just one very, very thin layer, very crudely thin layer. This will take a lot of thread. Now because I put it in these grooves, this potting mix will not fall down. And now I have covered it with sphagnum moss and I am tying it. So these will not fall down. Hopefully these will not fall down. It's going out of focus. A very big thermocol piece, so handling it is little difficult. We can also cover this with some net like cloth or something so that it doesn't come out, the potting mix does not fall out. I am putting these thread, a lot of thread around it, so the coconut chunks will not fall. And if one or two pieces fall down, it's of not much concern. So it will be like this. Where is the end which I tied? Yes, here it is. I can come back to this end. Now I am fixing this end over. I had been longing to do this from I don't know how much time, because most of my Phalaenopsis, they were struggling during the rainy season. Whatever I do, I drilled holes in the pot. I have drilled so many holes in the pot. I don't know what these holes did. It didn't help it much. So they like their roots to be exposed like this. So I devised this idea. I am going to hang that. I'll put a tag on the top here. Here I am going to put, and I am going to tie it. From here it will come out, then I will tie it. So one is done. The next. So in this method what is happening is the roots are exposed to maximum and they can breathe. The roots will be outside, they can breathe, and they are not subjected to root rot. And because I have drilled holes into the thermocol also, There are many holes, so hopefully that is going to help them. This is all my, I don't know, I can call it as experiment or my struggle to retain my Phals or Phalaenopsis plants. I had around 15 or 20 each time I go during that Phalaenopsis sale time. So many new plants come, I buy. I change the potting mix, I don't keep them in sphagnum moss. Then I drilled hole. I tried this method also. Somehow they are struggling. So I thought I will expose the roots this time. These also roots are not all that good, because the previous one, the actual plant was here, that died. This is actually the spike with which that plant came. Looks like too much charcoal. I'll remove. I don't know how long this phal is going to take to develop. I could have cut this spike. So again I am putting it upside down, and I will put very little sphagnum moss so that this mix doesn't come out. The vandas, all those, they do not like their roots to be inside the potting mix material. So I am going to do the same with all the Phalaenopsis, all 2 more. The phone battery is dying, so I'll show you the final result. This is how it finally looks. I have put the plastic tags so that I can hang. So let's hope for the good. Bye, take care.